What's going on, guys? We're gonna change the pace today. Today we are gonna be working on Range Rover. The Range Rover is gonna get a new air compressor for the air ride suspension, and I've been waiting on this part for a few days now, so we're gonna take it apart out of the box, out of the second box, and let's see what we're working with. Although I'm gonna figure this out, I am definitely not a Range Rover or Land Rover mechanic, so we're gonna reverse engineer this thing. So let's get to it. So the AMK pump is, you can convert from the original pump or compressor. So I'm not converting anything. I wanted the Hitachi. This compressor was $819, so it was like $10 cheaper, which it didn't come with all the new parts and all that stuff, which is fine because I don't need those anyways. So have a look at this and see what we got. So better be the right one. Overnight shipped it. Looks good so far. Hitachi, yeah, the picture looks accurate, so that's a bonus. You can get these on eBay for like $430, and they say Hitachi, so you can get them for half price, but they're not Hitachi compressors. So they'll look just like it, but they'll be unlabeled. No one that's trying to sell you fake aftermarket stuff is gonna say, hey, fake aftermarket. So anyways, you spend your money how you wanna spend your money, and here it is. This is the one right here. So all legit. There's the part number and information. The ones on eBay that you find, this is blank. None of it's etched. It's just a plate. And that's behind here is the piston with the bearings and the rod connection and all that stuff. So the actual motor. So she's looking good. Got two air connections right here that we need. The one we pulled off from the rig, the two attachments, everything looks good. All new hardware, everything looks accurate. I'm gonna assemble this pump on the bracket though this time, rather than fighting with all the stuff in the way. So yeah, we'll see what we can come up with here. All right, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult to film because I'm lazy and I don't want to jack the car up if I don't have to. So we'll see. I'm gonna film this to the best of my ability, and hopefully you guys can see the little tab right there. There's kind of tabs on, like I was saying, there's kind of tabs up in here. See the tabs, and then there's a bolt right here, and I'll get you all the sizes here in a second. But we start getting some tools ready, and then we'll try to get you set up the best way possible. Also, just real quick, I got a little early Christmas present from one of our vendors, so got a few more ratchets. She's looking a little full. My toolbox is already overflowing, and I got this for Father's Day, so just kind of my setup, you know. I guess I've never really showed everybody the new not like I have a ton of followers, but someday. Anyways, I got just a few of the things. This is the new socket set. I haven't found a home for all of it, but yeah, just a quick little run through on how I got my stuff. So my hands are gonna be in the way on some of this stuff, but 10 millimeter pretty much works for everything. So it's the first. Yeah, come on. I can't remember how many of these there are, but we're about to find out. I think it's just that one, if I remember right. And then you got little tabs. Self-explanatory. That bad boy off. Ooh, now I remember. All right, I'm gonna apologize if this is in reverse, but T30 don't know if you can see that because I can barely see it. T30 that holds the plastic portion to the frame. Got the 10 mil out. Let's see if I can show you guys. All right. So there's your first T30. And your second one is right there. So front and rear for now. All right, you got a 10 millimeter in the middle and then two T30s off. And then we're gonna pull this protective case off. And then I'll show you the most important step after this. All right, once I got those two T30s off and then these little clips, this thing's gonna fall right on top of my camera. But boom, all the dirt, put that off to the side. Damn, this thing's got a hell of dirt in it. Anyways, there is the bread and butter, to say the least, right there. So it looks like, hopefully I'm capturing it. It might be take a little trickery to get that top cover off, but we'll get it off. Put this down without blocking anything here. Just doing a little inspection. Yeah, so this thing kind of just riding in here freely now. I don't know if you can see that thing moving. All the dirt off of it, damn. Oh no. Oh no. Finna learn today. Alright, we're going to fire this bad boy up and air it out and move some of my wife's stuff out of the way. This car's pretty dirty on the inside here. We're gonna come down here, this button right here, and we're gonna air it out. Oh, silly boy. Door's gotta be closed. So, this button right here, I'm gonna air it out and I can feel it going down. Feel it settling. Alright, turn the wipers up, we're on, off. Turn the car off. And we're gonna take our foot, and of course, gotta have the sandals for the repair job. So with your foot not on the brake, you wanna hit the power one time, right? And then we're gonna lock out the suspension. So a little lock, boom. Turn that back off. The suspension's locked out, it's aired out. All right, the car's lowered. Look at this filthy animal. What's up, Tug? Yeah. Alright, well I wasn't going to put this part in the video, but I just told my dog it was Christmas. So, True Touch. Just pick this bad boy up. That's like two swipes on him, you know? So since he thinks it's Christmas, and he just woke up because he went to daycare yesterday, we're going to... Whoa. Boy. Oh boy. Oh, see that leg shake. Oh, that hit the spot. Man, so yeah, this thing's pretty badass, so I figured I'd throw that in there. Merry Christmas. He thinks it's Christmas. We're gonna let him finish his breakfast and then we'll tune him up with a little hand brush thing that I got him, but Christmas spirit. After that, we pop the hood and we're gonna take the negative off the battery. So this little cover right here is pretty simple. It's just snugged up under there. You got a few little tabs you got to pull off. Positive, and I'm guessing here that this is going to be a 10 millimeter. Yes, good. We're gonna loosen him up, all one-handed like so. Pop him off. I'm gonna have to reprogram everything once we're done. Get him backing out of the way, just like so. Sorry, I was probably filming my hand. So we got the negative off, back up out of the way. Leave this guy open, got it aired out. It's low to the flow, and yeah, we'll get back
real quick too. I just tossed a rag there so this thing doesn't slingshot back and hit the negative and give it power out of nowhere. So now that this thing is like barely off the ground here, I'm gonna do my best to film it. But got your wires coming off your compressor. These are going to be the wires they provided, and then you've got your connections to your harness that come off the vehicle. So since I've never done this before, I'm just going to kind of take my time and get the compressor out for now. So we'll re-zip tie this stuff back up when we're done. But yeah, I'll have to probably do that quite a few times. There's one of the connectors. Figure this out here. Connector, figure, outer. The main connector. This bad boy come off. Oh, and when we pull this compressor down, sorry about that. All this dirt's gonna fall on my camera. This is the only way I can record it. This will come out with it, and then we'll just put the new one on top when we reinstall the other connector. But you see what we're doing? How in the hell is that down thing right there come out? This one looks. Press on that button there. Press that button there. It's my Boomhauer impersonation. Press that button there. Okay. I completely missed that. So this guy right here, connected to the frame rail right here, is one of your compressor connectors. So that is black and brown. That goes into here. So that probably didn't need unplugged. So plug him back in and then figure out how, because that looked like it was from the, like I said, I've never done this, but I wanted to give it a try. Get my ass up on here. Okay. How does that freaking come undone here? So that one comes undone there. How's this one here? Are we gonna have to pull that? Ooh, look at that. Using your brain. Use your brain. God dang. Alright, so I slid that off that little plastic retainer. Hopefully you can see that so I can get better leverage on that thing, and then let's try to figure out how these things freaking come off. When you bite your fingernails, you can't use them as secondary tools. Ooh. Just learned something there. I did need to unplug that because this looks like it's one piece, and we'll have to confirm with the other. Dang it. We'll have to confirm with the other side that hopefully this camera's picking up all this dirt. It's like virtual reality. You also get dirt in your face. Alright, slid that off, unplugged that. This looks like it goes back to something. It goes back somewhere. That's for damn sure. So now I just gotta figure this guy out. As soon as I figure it out, I'll turn the camera back on. Alright, what I did off camera was stab myself in the flipping hand with the screwdriver, but there's a little slot right here that you push in and then rotate back, and then this guy comes right out. So those are the two connections for the compressor. These are the two connections to the vehicle so far. There's one, there's the other one. This one slid up here on this. This one just connected to the harness here, and like most things, you're not gonna be able to plug the wrong thing in, so we should be good. All right, I got a 5/30 seconds Allen. It's gonna go in this little, when you push the compressor, you'll feel it's got like bushings, because obviously it's gonna shake when it's running. And I'm gonna turn this off here. Seems like it's working. Seems like it's doing what it needs to be doing. So rotate that bad boy off there. Keep going. Oop, there we go. Compressor feels like it is almost all the way free. So All right, guys, on the very top right there is another, I think I said 5/30 seconds, 4 millimeter, same thing. You got to pull that guy off, and then we'll release the airlines. All right, once you get that top one out, you kind of pretty much got to do it by feel, because you can barely get your hand up in there. And another thing I forgot to mention is I pulled that top clamshell off. It just slid right out. You just tilt it and pull it out so you can get the angle you need. You've got the third 4 millimeter or 5/30 seconds Allen right here on this guy, which is your 3 bracing points. One down here that I showed you, and then this guy, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it out. All right, since we aired it out, just take an open-ended wrench, you press on these, and then you just pull them out. So that's one airline out the bottom of the compressor, and it looks like I'm gonna need a bigger little clip in, pull out. Easier said than done. All right, I totally recommend some freaking safety glasses. So you push those in, and then you push this in, and then pull it out. That's the story, and she's almost free. So 3 bolts are out, the 3 4 millimeters and 5/30 seconds are out. Take those 2 airlines off of the compressor, front and back, which I'm getting kind of nervous because this is looking a little different than the one that came, but we'll figure it out. One thing I forgot to mention too is right next to your battery is the fuse box. You pull this guy off. Right there, that R7 is the air suspension. It's this one right here. It's this fuse right here. They're upside down and backwards, but pop that guy out, you're good to go. So what I can see so far is this was the third screw or bolt that went into the little ledge here. Would be on your left side once you're underneath there. It looks like I'm gonna have to pull the grommet that holds that from the old pump. So that wasn't bad at all. I just got a flathead screwdriver in there, pulled it out. There's the hole once you pull it out. That's exactly why I didn't throw this old pump away, because I had a feeling about that. Mount this bad boy on there and we should be good to go. All right, I'm gonna reassemble this. The one with the holes in it, the 3 holes in it, went on the bottom of the stand, and the bigger one with no holes on it went on the top. So 4 millimeter, 5/30 seconds for the Allen. And it looks like I probably could have took this apart just by pulling it off the frame, disconnecting the 3 air hoses and the 2 power connections. But like I said, never done this before, and I'm gonna put it back together complete because I can get a socket in there. So yeah, looks pretty legit to me. So I'm going to tighten these down about the same as they were last time. And then I'll get set up to put everything back in there. And the rubber on these look good, so everything should be good to go. I kind of cleaned the bracket up too. Not important, but I just did it. So the compressor kind of wiggles back and forth in here with these rubber grommets, so you're not going to get them fully tight, but that's by design. So I'm going to get one of these 10 millimeters started in here first. Now that I've got the bracket up where it needs to go. You probably can't see that, and I apologize, because I'm trying to put it in the wrong, no I wasn't. It fits way too good. I thought I was, because that's for the clamshell, the case. Which, get one of these top ones in here maybe. This bottom one, I mean, you can't really miss it. There's only 3 holes that matter for the 10 millimeter here. Kind of got to be a contortionist. Let's see how this is going. Probably can't see much, but working on this top bolt, which is a little tight, but I torqued up the bottom left one so that way it would stay in place. And it's incredibly awkward and hard to film, but very tight positioning, to say the least. Now if I get my ratchet on there, that would be great. So got it. Tighten that up. Awkward position for me. Say the least. Here's the 3 bolts I showed you. So got that upper one. I already connected this front hose, airline, excuse me. It only goes in one hole, the blue hole, so, or the blue quick release. All right, one more. Okay, turn on that, and you can get to all these with a regular extension and socket. Now that I've taken it apart, I can see that. I did not see that in the beginning though. So anyways, I'm gonna tighten these up and get them where they need to go, and then we'll go from there. All right, pretty simple on the hose. You got an upper one and a lower one. They're different diameters, so literally you just push them in there till they bottom out and they're locked in, same as you do on the front. Connect your cords like I did, and then this one came with a new plastic thing, so I'm gonna pick this guy out and then just shove that one in there with the flathead possibly. All right, now that I got that out, shove this one in. That's connected, and then we're gonna plug this bad boy in. Should only go one way. Felt it click with my finger. So the hoses are attached. This would have been an hour-long job tops if A, you have all the right parts, and B, you've done it before. So looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna slide that clamshell back in there up on the above part, kind of the same way we took it out, and then hope for the best. All right, took some persuasion. I probably should have remembered what my own plan was, and that was to put the clamshell on top. But yeah, you live, you learn. But I don't think I could have got to that top bolt. Now that I look at this thing, I lost a little foam in the process, but that's all part of it, I guess. Maybe it'll be a hair louder, but anyways, looks good right now. Everything looks like it's lining up. All right, I reconnected the battery, put the fuse. I'm gonna put the covers back on it. It's making some air noises, so not air leak noises, knock on wood. So far, I mentioned about this vehicle is there's a little teeny sensor right here on the passenger side hood latch. If you're locking your vehicle, if this sensor's going out, you're locking your vehicle and the alarm is going off for no reason, it's literally this stupid sensor right here. Thankfully, I figured that out myself. I think it was like a $20 sensor. Takes like 2 seconds to install. So problem solved. Just food for thought if you have one of these and it's doing that. Humming, putting air back in the system. No air leaks from what I can see, so that's good. You saw it raise up, so we'll give it a few seconds to run here, and then I'll put the cover back on it, or the bottom part of the clamshell, and then we're done.
All right, well, that ends this video. Hopefully someone got something valuable out of this. Like I said, I'm not a Range Rover mechanic, but if I can figure it out, I'm not going to pay somebody. So hopefully this helps out one of you guys. If it did, please like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll end this video with this thing lowered and all cleaned up. I appreciate everything. Thanks.